So that's been a presence that we've missed for a while. So Chris will come in. As you guys saw before the injury, I'm not opposed to playing him as a centre-back or as a 6. So we'll see what the needs are for the team and adjust accordingly for the weekend.
Well, with Morales gone, it would seem as though the midfield position takes even another
Yes, took another hit for us. We'll definitely need some depth there. Again, we know Chris is an excellent 6. It's where his primary position is, so we're not blind to that situation as well.
Speaking about some of that depth, you had Seth Antwi, Tyson Pearce in camp or in training for the first time. Talk to us about what brought them here and what the plan is for them in the future.
Yeah, they've been training well with Hack. We speak to Hack all the time about whether they're performing in the training environment, in the games. We all know the top of the West, so we have a very, very talented next pro team here with a lot of talent. So I want to be able to give these guys consistent opportunities. So it was nice to see Tyson come in and Seth. Seth's, it might be his first team training appearance with the full group. So I was very happy to see him come in today and fight and compete. So yeah, he's a good player.
Are Kessler or Baumgartel close to being back?
Close, but I can't give you guys an official timeline on it. Yeah.
You've talked about kind of giving opportunities to younger players. When you have those injuries, just how much harder does it make kind of choosing your lineup? Obviously, you've said you would give them the opportunities, but just when they're so young.
Yeah. I'm not blind to that. This is a performance and results-driven industry, and we're in a position where we need to pick up some results. I still, I want to be very brave as a coach as well, and if these guys come in and if they train better than the current players that they have, they'll get that opportunity. It's up to these guys. I'm not opposed to playing young players, old players. It's whoever trains the best Monday to Friday gets the opportunity.
Did looking at the film from Houston show you anything that you hadn't seen before?
Quite a lot. We got away from our identity a little bit, or what I've been trying to work with these guys on. We played in the wide areas is too much and got trapped in those areas as well. So it's one thing if you adjust from, maybe a game plan and you're finding success, but we wanted to play more central. We went a little bit too wide and we kind of coughed the ball over in them moments a little too easily. So we just have to learn and keep moving forward.
What do you attribute to that in not following through with the game plan that you designed? And is that something that you're concerned about going forward too?
Yeah, I probably shouldn't have said it that way. It wasn't that they didn't follow the game plan. It was more us adjusting to them, helping them understand that there's different ways to bypass their pressure. The primary objective was central. The secondary objective was to go around them. That's where they probably went around a little too much and forgot the primary way to play, which is very central. But these guys are super coachable, so I don't want that message to come across wrong. They're super coachable. They're showing up every day asking what we can do to improve and try to apply themselves on the field. So I give them massive credit. They're a good group.
The center back duo of JGR and Michael Wentzel, I don't know how long that might continue because of the injuries, but what does that group offer that might be different from a Kessler, Baumgartel, or Hebert, and how does that affect the game plan?
Yeah, I don't know if it's different. It's probably fair for me to say they have less experience than those types of players. So they're going to have to pick and choose moments when to maybe invite pressure versus bypass pressure. So that's probably a game against Houston where they had a good chance to learn. We might have invited a little too much pressure onto our back line at times, where we could bypass the pressure and go in behind. Some of these more experienced guys might understand them moments, but they learn from them. They had really good questions in film today. They were definitely open to listening to areas where they can improve. But what they did bring is a very big fight, especially against the ball. They were really good. I know Roman was complimentary of them being behind them as a goalkeeper that day. They were making blocks. They were making big clearances with headers and whatnot. So brought a lot of tenaciousness on the defensive side for us.
We got time for two more.
Coach, any lessons that you have learned so far? A small window of opportunity as it's been, but just on the road, what it takes, and if there's any nuance that changes for you to have your team prepared for those situations.
Yeah, I think we have to be more efficient on the ball. I hope a lot of people are seeing the way the team's adjusted since I've stepped in. We want to be a team that tries to control games more, that gets on the ball, that builds up the attacks with structure. So these guys need to be efficient. In their positions, they need to be efficient technically, and they need to be efficient in decision making. Something that I'm willing to continue to help them grow through and learn from, because it's something that I'm a big believer in as a coach. So I've just got to get these guys making quicker decisions and being a little bit more efficient on the ball, which will definitely give the team more success.
Coach, thank you.
Thanks, guys. I
Thanks, Rich.
appreciate you all. Thank you.